Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. My name is PK. You are on my channel Bookeemonsters because we are all Bookie monsters, loving books, gobbling up books, nom nom. And today is Tuesday, August 1st, first day of August. And it is also new release day. Tuesdays are new release days for books. So it is also a very, very good day in that regard. I thank you for showing up this morning. Welcome or welcome back. And if you're watching this later during a real coffee break or anything like that, tonight, whatever, thank you for showing up there too. I appreciate that. What we do here is go through the new releases each week, genre by genre. And yesterday we looked at mysteries, and today we're going to look at romances. And if there's time, we'll continue looking at the cozies and so forth that we didn't get to yesterday. So let's jump in because this is a very fast 25 minutes because then I turn into a pumpkin and have to go to work. We are looking at Insiders, bookriot.com, because this site lets us separate things down by genre. And the only downside to this is that they only do like the main publishers and they don't do it's not comprehensive for some reason, because I know this because a book that I've been looking forward to all of 2023 came out today. And I am so excited, but it's not in that list at all. I don't know why. This is the book I'm reading, Cassiel's Servant by Jacqueline Carey. This is a continuation of her beloved Cushiel's Dart trilogy. This is from Jocelyn's point of view and his background, which is so cool. She hasn't written one of these in this series for many, many, many years. So I was very, very excited. And I was very excited yesterday that I just had a hunch and I called my local Barnes and Noble to see if they had a physical copy early, because they kind of do that. And they did. And so I picked it up after work. So I got it a few hours early. Otherwise, I have it on Kindle, and Kindle books are released at midnight the day of release, but that's Eastern time. So it hit my Kindle 10 p.m. last night. So, but I did get it a few hours early and I did start it. I'm very, very, very happy. Anyway, on to the new releases. So here are the romances they are saying are releasing this week. Look at that spectrum. Goes from like an orangey red, purpley blue, greens. However, this is not in here by color. It's in here by alphabetical by title. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Hope you're well and happy Tuesday and August 1st. Happy Tuesday, August 1st to you too. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. First one, Change of Plans by Dylan Newton. A hometown hero comes to the rescue of a struggling chef, unexpectedly caring for three little girls who may end up saving him too in this romantic comedy that perfectly balances depth, charm, and all the feels. When disaster strikes and Chef Bryce Weatherford is given guardianship of her three young nieces, her life goes from cooking with fire to controlling a dumpster fire. 5-year-old Addison refuses to remove her fairy wings. Neither would I. 8-year-old Cecily won't bathe, and tween June, she's already a teenager, and tween June is majoring in belligerence. With all this chaos, Bryce jettisons hope for a life outside of managing her family and her new job. It's been years since Riker Matthews had his had his below-the-knee amputation, yet the phantom pain for his lost limb and marine career haunts him. To cope, he focuses on his vehicle restoration business. He knows he's lucky to be alive, yet lucky feels more like curse to his lonely heart. When Riker literally sweeps Bryce off her feet in the grocery store's baby aisle, they both feel sparks, but falling in love will be one more curveball neither is ready to deal with, or is it exactly the change of plans they need? That actually, you know what intrigues me about that one? Being an amputee. you don't see that, and there are more of that happening, and I like that a lot. And look at the cover; it's really kind of subtle, but I love that. I might be interested in that. Um, I know the covers. Mary's not crazy about any of those covers. They're very cartoony. Cartoony ones don't really grab me. Confessions of a Canine Drama Queen. Well, that's all of us by Stephanie London. Determined to stop falling for the wrong guys, August Merriweather ends up sharing a hotel room with the wrongest guy of them all, her best friend's older brother. The third book in the Pause in the City series. Can you ever really forget the one who got away? August Merriweather has always been good with animals. In fact, she's known she's known as Manhattan's dog whisperer. Men, on the other hand, not so much. She's been falling for the wrong guys ever since her regrettable crush on Keaton Sachs. There's a name. Older brother of her best friend Leah and the biggest jerk face this side of the Hudson. Now an emotionally closed off widower, Keaton has become one of the most formidable men on Wall Street, as they do. But August knows his secret. He's not driven by sales targets and bonus checks. Keaton just wants to give his family the security they never had. So when Leah asks Keaton to wrangle the OTT dramatic husky over the top at a weekend talent competition, Keaton says yes and begs August to help him win the event for Leah. Between obstacle courses, Molly's husky temper tantrums, and a cabin with just one bed, August is having a blast. Away from the pressure to have a perfect life from the right guy, she finds herself relaxing and getting to see the softer side of the man she once loved. Is this just a temporary truce? Or could Keaton finally be the right guy at the right time? I think it's the latter. I just have a hunch. You a husky? I'm in. I must be in a romantic mood. These are kind of hitting me as cute. More coffee is required. Deal Breaker by Lauren Forsyth. Marina Spicer has no time to waste when it comes to dating, hence her rather long list of deal breakers. Must love dogs. Well, that's a given. No smokers need apply, etc. These these aren't deal breakers. These are like givens. Still, Marina is stuck. Frustrated by the online dating world, she creates Deal Breakers, an anonymous dating review app to whittle down the depressingly large dating pool man by man and help other women along the way. That sounds like lawsuits happening. But after a disagreement at work gets her paired up at the as the marketer on a project with uppity Irish content writer Lucas Kennedy, she realizes he's the most reviewed walking red flag on the entire app. The charming ne'er-do-well is the last person she wants to spend time with, but they have to test out date ideas together. The writer of the best pitch walking away with the promotion Marina feels she's already earned. As Marina and Lucas butt heads, mixing cocktails, salsa dancing, and throwing axes, Marina finds herself sharper and wittier in his presence despite Lucas checking every box on Marina's deal breakers list. If the deal breakers say he's Mr. Wrong, he can't possibly be Mr. Right, can he? Well, what they don't say is he probably has an Irish accent. Sorry, that is something you gotta check out for sure. Mary says, that does sound good. Change of plans. Yeah, might have to check that one out. And I was like, I think these are good. These kids are going to get together. Kiss the Girls by Zoraida Cordova, I think it is. Yes, it was covered up there. Ariel Delmar is one of the most famous singers in the world. She and her sisters, together known as the band Siren 7, have been a pop culture phenomenon since they were kids. On stage, wearing her iconic red wig and sequin costumes, staring out at a sea of fans is where she shines. Anyone would think she's the girl who has everything. But lately, she wants more. Because who doesn't? Siren 7 is wrapping up their farewell tour, and Ariel can't wait to spend the summer just living a normal life. Part of a world she's only ever seen from the outside. But her father, the head of Atlantica Records, has other plans. Begin her breakout solo career immediately, starting with a splashy announcement on a morning talk show. The night before, Ariel and her sister sneak out of their Manhattan penthouse for a night of incognito fun at a rock concert in Brooklyn. It's there that Ariel crosses paths with Eric Reyes, dreamy lead singer of an up-and-coming band. Unaware of her true identity, Eric spontaneously invites her on the road for the summer. And for the first time in her life, Ariel disobeys her father and goes with him. Caught between the world she longs for and the one she's left behind, can Ariel follow her dreams, fall in love, and somehow find her own voice? Girl Needs a Vacation. Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison. Layla Dupree has given up on love. She's waded through all the fish in the sea, each one more disappointing than the last. Stop dating fish. Apparently, owning the bakery at Inglewild's most romantic destination does not help one's love life, despite Layla's best efforts. All she wants is a partner who gives her butterflies, not someone who ghosts her at dinner and leaves her with the check. Good thing Caleb Alvarez has the perfect solution. After saving Layla from another date gone bad, he has a simple proposition: 1 month of no strings dating. He'll do his best to renew her faith in men while she rates his romantic game. It's a win win situation. All the benefits of dating without the added pressure of feelings and unmet expectations. But there's one ingredient they haven't considered. The chemistry between them is red hot, and the urge to take things to the next level is more tempting than Layla's mocha fudge brownies. I don't know, mocha fudge brownies. There's not much that compares with that. He's got to be pretty good to. Brownies are my downfall. Oh, it would be a big deal. Oh, well, you went there. You went to Ireland. You know. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Happy August. We're August 1st already. Isn't that crazy? Mary says morning to Tina, and they say hey back. All right. I know I'm probably going to say this word wrong, but we're going to say it anyway. Tastes Like Shakar by Nisha Sharma. Bobby Kaur is determined to plan a celebration to remember her best friend, to plan a celebration to remember for, okay, that's a weird sentence, for her best friend's wedding. A celebration to remember for her best friend's wedding. Sorry, coffee is required. Ugh. But she has two problems that are getting in her way. The egotistical and irritatingly sexy Sheffy Benjamin Bunty Pata is supposed to help her with the menu since he's the groom's best friend, and two, someone is trying to sabotage the wedding. With aspirations of taking over her family's event planning business, Bobby knows that that one misstep in managing the Karina Mann and Prem Verma #Verman party, along with the other weddings on her plate, will only give her uncle another reason not to promote her. That means Karina's big day and Bobby's future career are on the line. Bunty will do anything for his best friend, even though he has his hands full in finding a new location for his next restaurant, while also playing mediator between his brother and father, the celebrated non-king. When Prem asks Bunty to help with the wedding menu, he agrees, especially since it pulls him in close proximity to the delicious Bobby Kaur. When a mystery shoddy saboteur starts leaving, I apologize. I'm Norwegian background. These are words that I'm not familiar with. Threatening notes and canceling cake orders, Bunty and Bobby have no choice but to call a truce and face the volatile attraction they have for each other. Through masquerade fundraisers and a joint bachelorette trip to Vegas, coffee really is required. This chef and wedding planner explore their growing connection, all while trying to plan a wedding at Messina Vineyards in a time crunch. But once the shoddy saboteur is caught and the wedding is over, will their love story have a happily ever after? With the return of the meddling aunties who are scary good at finding information and a lot of hilarity and hijinks, Bobby and Bunty's romance is an event you don't want to miss. Sounds cute. Sounds also kind of busy, but cute. Probably written by AI, no kidding. They didn't have to read it out loud. All right, I gotta get a sip of coffee here. Wake up the brain cells a little bit more. The Deja Glitch by Holly James. To break out of a 24-hour time loop, I hate it when those happen. All Jack needs is for Gemma to fall in love with him in a single day. All Gemma needs is to remember him first. Ugh. Gemma Peters is all right. She's making a name for herself in the music biz in LA. She's got a ride or die best friend in Lila, and she gets to come home to Rex, her loving Labrador, every night. She's also got a no musicians rule when it comes to dating. That might be because her rock star ex boyfriend used to used her to get a record deal with her rock legend dad, though it's impossible to say for sure. But with that heartbreak still feeling fresh more than a year later, it's becoming more like a no dating rule, period. So when Gemma crashes literally into Jack one Friday morning, at first she feels like fate might have finally decided to do her a favor. After all, this guy is cute, cute, and wait, is she imagining it, or is he staring a little too deeply into her eyes? And okay, how does he know her name? She'd think he was stalking her if she wasn't getting a funny feeling of deja vu every time she looked at him. It's not at all like her to kiss a man and forget him completely. So then, can she explain the dreamlike memory of his lips on hers? If it weren't for that inexplicable memory and the sense of deja vu that's been following her around all day, she'd consider calling the authorities when Jack tells her the unbelievable truth. This is no ordinary Friday, not for them. In fact, they've lived this day over and over 147 times. And when Gemma has, dude, she's not into you 147 times. And while Gemma has been totally oblivious to the time loop, Jack has been agonizingly aware of every single iteration. Luckily, Jack has a theory to bring his own personal Groundhog Day to an end. And it's simple. All Gemma has to do is fall in love with him in 24 hours. Or he tries time number 148. Cool, cool. All right. The Hundred Lives of Juliet by Evelyn Skye. When Helena was young, she dreamed of a perfect man and filled her notebooks with stories about him and about love in its purest form. We all did that, and we called it poetry. But after a messy divorce, Helena has let go of such naive daydreams. Instead, she's moved to a small town in Alaska, ready to write her novel and build a new life without romance. Fate has other plans, though. She meets Sebastian Montague. Oh, I see where we're going. A handsome fisherman who, well, you kind of knew it with the title, who is her invented hero made flesh, down to the most idiosyncratic details. But how can a man she created for her stories possibly exist in the real world? While Helena tries to discover the truth behind his existence, Sebastian is determined to keep it from her, for he is a man scarred by serial tragedy, hiding a secret that has broken his heart time and again. Yet the shadows of his past emerge, endangering their future before it's even begun. And it becomes clear that it won't be easy to forge a new ending to the greatest love story of all. 100 Lives of Juliet. The Roommate Pact by Allison Ashley. A friends with benefits pact between roommates might just lead to more than when Graham gets injured in a climbing accident and Claire vows to nurse him back to health, even if it means moving into his bed. Yeah. Feisty Claire Harper is an emergency room nurse who longs for a committed relationship and all that comes with it: romance, marriage, and a family. One night after a few glasses of wine, she enters into an ill advised pact with her hot, commitment phobic roommate and friend Graham. If they're both single at 40, they'll become friends with benefits, like a marriage pact without the commitment, because Graham is the furthest thing from husband material. And even if he was the perfect candidate, he's a firefighter and a thrill seeking adventure junkie. And after witnessing the tragic death of her daredevil father, Claire refuses to consider a man with the same lifestyle. She makes it clear she will keep dating other men in hopes of finding her one. A few days later, Graham goes on a rock climbing trip with his buddies, gets too close to the edge, and falls. Claire's on shift at the ER, and when she sees their friend Noah come in with the paramedics, she realizes Graham is the one who was just taken into the trauma bay. Graham ends up with a concussion, fractured leg, bruised ribs, and a vocal cord injury from intubation. He undergoes surgery for his leg. Hey, HIPAA, there's a lot of info here, and will be unable to speak for a week or two until his throat heals. The best kind of boyfriend. Claire takes a few days off to take care of him. Because of the swelling in his throat, he's uncomfortable sleeping alone. Okay. And Claire starts sleeping in his bed, to the ire of Graham's territorial little dog, and stays even after he begins feeling better. As she nurses him back to health, Claire and Graham slowly start to fall for each other despite their very different views on life and love. But if they ever want to turn for now into forever, Claire must find a way to put her fears aside and finally risk her heart. The Roommate Pact by Allison Ashley. Tina says the 100 Lives of Juliet sounds great. Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for stuff that's interesting. Little twists on the usual. With Love from Cold World by Alicia Thompson. Lauren Fox is the bookkeeper for Cold World, a tourist destination that's always a winter wonderland despite being located in humid Orlando, Florida. Sure, it's ranked way below any of the trademarked amusement parks, and maybe foot traffic could be better, but it's a fun place to work even if fun isn't exactly Lauren's middle name. Her coworker, Asa Williamson, on the other hand, is all about finding ways to enliven his days at Cold World, whether that means organizing the Secret Santa or teasing Lauren. When the owner asks Lauren and Asa to propose something, anything really, to raise more revenue, their rivalry heats up as they compete to come up with the best idea. But the situation is more dire than they thought, and it might take these polar opposites working together to save the day. Puns. If Asa thought Lauren didn't know how to enjoy herself, he's surprised by how much he enjoys spending time together. And if Lauren thought Asa wasn't serious about anything, she's surprised how seriously he seems to take her. As Lauren and Asa work to save their beloved wintry spot, they realize the real attraction might be the heat generating between them. Oh no! Running out of time. That was With Love from Cold World. We have one more. We can do it. We can do it. The Dance Deception, Becky Ward. I bet it's a dance competition. There's about to be fire on and off the dance floor. Kate Waring is astonished when she secures a place in a dance competition in which beginners are paired with professionals to compete for a huge cash prize. I wonder where they got that idea. Initially, she's matched with gorgeous French dancer Merle, who seems just as keen to work on their chemistry as their routine. But when the competition is rocked by a scandal, she's forced to switch to a new partner, Alexis, who is just as devastatingly attractive as Merle, but seems to hate her. With the odds stacked against them, Kate and Alexis agree to embark on a showmance to try to win over the public. But what happens when Kate's feelings for her fake boyfriend become all too real? And how far will Merle go to sabotage her chances both in the competition and in love? Funny, sweet, and oh so steamy, this is the perfect read for the strictly obsessed and anyone who loved the Spanish love deception and love hypothesis. That is The Dance Deception. We made it. All right, those are the romances for this week, at least the mainstream ones. Don't think this one is for me. Yeah. But, that's the cool thing is that there's a book for everybody. And that's kind of why I like going through the new releases is you never know what's out there till you look through them. So we are out of time. That it goes so fast. And like I say, I could spend hours going through looking at books, and from here books that interest me I go look at first lines or first paragraphs and just see, because you can have a really good idea and the execution of it falls flat. So I always try to check it out that way. Reading sprints tonight, yes, yes, yes. So tonight at 6:05, I'm giving myself an extra 5 minutes because when I get home from work, I have to walk Keo and feed him and so forth. And traffic is still yucky. So, reading sprints tonight at 6:05 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. I'm doing them tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night. And then, as usual, we'll be doing the 6 in the mornings, 8 in the mornings for Eastern Time, going through the new releases genre by genre. Tomorrow we might look at sci-fi fantasy, and if there's time, some more of the cozy mysteries that we didn't get to. And I appreciate you guys coming this morning. Um, it's fun for me to do this, and I hope that you are also having fun. Please, feel free to give feedback if you'd like to see something different, something more, if this is working for you, stuff like that, or just message me off. That's fine. I'm still. This is just my third week doing it, and so I'm still learning how things are going. Tina, bye. Have a good day. Have a good Tuesday. See you later. And other than that, have a beautiful Tuesday. Remember, you don't get good person points if you're reading something you're not enjoying. So please, reading is fun. This is this is a gift that we are able to share with somebody who wants to write a story and us being able to read a story. Um, Mary, have a great day, everyone. See you later. Yep. All right. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.